Hello everyone, welcome to How-FixIT. Today, I'll guide you through the step-by-step process of replacing your iPhone 13 Pro Max screen. If your screen is cracked, unresponsive, or not displaying properly, follow along to restore your iPhone to full working order. But before we get started, let's go over the tools you'll need. A screwdriver set, plastic pry tools, tweezers, a suction cup, the screen disassembly tool that makes it easier to remove the screen, waterproof sealing tape to restore the iPhone's water resistance after repair. Links to all tools and parts are in the video description below. For the best results, I advise using a magnetic mat to organize screws and small parts throughout the disassembly process, especially for repairing a device like an iPhone 13 Pro Max. This will make the reassembly much easier, and you don't have to worry about the screws getting lost. They will all securely adhere to the magnetic mat. So, let's get started. Power off your iPhone. Use the pentalobe screwdriver to remove the two screws located at the bottom of the iPhone. Using a hairdryer or a heat gun, apply heat to the bottom edge of the iPhone for about 1 minute. This softens the adhesive, making it easier to separate the screen, but be cautious not to overheat the phone. Attach a suction cup near the bottom edge, pull up gently, and insert the blade edge into the gap. Apply firm, steady pressure to create a slight gap between the screen and the body. If the screen is cracked, cover it with packing tape to contain any broken glass and make a better grip for the suction cup. Insert a plastic spudger into the gap to begin separating the screen from the adhesive. If the adhesive is stubborn, apply more heat. Carefully slide the plastic spudger around the edges of the iPhone to separate the adhesive seal, taking extra care not to insert the spudger deeply to avoid damaging internal components. Next, heat the top edge of the iPhone. This step is crucial as the adhesive near the front sensors is particularly strong. Gently slide the spudger around the top right corner. Be careful not to insert the spudger more than 3 mm to avoid damaging the sensors. Gently open the iPhone like a book, but don't fully separate the screen because ribbon cables are still connected. Remove the screws securing the battery and display connector covers. Use a plastic spudger to pry the battery and display connectors. Remove the screen. Now you need to transfer the proximity flex sensor from the old screen to a new one. Remove the 3 screws holding the sensor's bracket in place using a tri-wing screwdriver. Apply heat to the front sensor area for about 60 seconds to soften the adhesive. Be careful not to overheat, as the display is sensitive to heat. Use tweezers to gently pry the ambient light and proximity sensor from their recesses in the screen. Take your time to avoid damaging these components. If the adhesive has cooled, reheat the area before proceeding. Carefully remove the sensor flex cable from the old screen. You can now proceed with replacing the screen. I have provided links to the new screen for the iPhone 13 Pro Max in the video description below. When installing the flex cable onto the new screen, align the sensors correctly in their slots and use adhesive tape to secure the flex cable. Use double-sided adhesive tape to stick any sections of the flex cable that are no longer sticky. If any adhesive is left on the flex cable, heat it with a hairdryer to get better adhesion. Before sealing the phone, reconnect the display cable and battery, and power on the iPhone to test the new screen. Ensure the Face ID functions, test the touchscreen, and check the screen for dead spots. You may see a message about the display not being genuine, which is normal. However, True Tone and Auto Brightness functions will be disabled unless restored through further steps, which we'll cover in another tutorial. In short, the True Tone function uses advanced sensors to adjust the color and intensity of your display to match the ambient light, making images appear more natural. If you turn off True Tone, the display maintains consistent color and intensity, regardless of changes in ambient light. Now that we've confirmed everything is working, let's proceed to restore water protection and complete the assembly. Remove any old adhesive from the frame. Use isopropyl alcohol and a cotton swab to remove any remaining smaller bits of adhesive. This is also important for better adhesion of waterproof sealing tape. Carefully align the adhesive sealing tape with the iPhone frame and press it into place with a spudger. Grab the small pull tab and peel off the front liner from the adhesive. First, connect the display cables, and then connect the battery cable. Press the display down around the entire perimeter to secure it. Fasten the final 2 screws near the charging port. If you found this guide helpful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more tech guides. Visit our website for additional tech insights and do-it-yourself guides. Remember, each tech challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. The iPhone 13 Pro Max screen repair is complete. This has been How-FixIT. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.